Hi everyone! You've probably been wondering what's been going on with the Google Classrooms for Love My Subjects, and I'm ready to launch and give you some information on what all of this means. So there is an idea behind Love My Subject, and that is the fact that we have so much to do in school. Sometimes the little extras and the little cool bits of your subject can sometimes get missed. So this is what the whole point of Love My Subject is, and it's to create an environment where you can explore your subjects, which you normally would do in school in the curriculum, just in a bit of a different way. So these went up on social media last year. You may have seen them or you may not, but these will be going back out again to basically show that yes, we are teachers and yes, we teach our subject, but we also teach it because we have a passion for the subject. It's not just a job for some of us. So we've got a few more going up there. So Miss Chilton's is nice and long. She absolutely loves her subject. And it's just nice to be able to get a new perspective on why these people love what they teach and not just why they teach. Now, all these people on the screen now would not be where they are if they didn't love their subject. So we've got Einstein, top left. His was mathematics and science, and his passion for it helped him create the most amazing formulas going. Got Greta Thunberg there. Got a lady called Susie Marr along the top, and she started out on a small market stall with one beauty product, and now she's got a fabulous beauty business based on her passion for natural biology and natural products. Andy Warhol was just a massive artist, fabulous artist. Then you've got Steven Spielberg there with his E.T. model, fabulous film producer, would not have got there without his love of subject. Alan Turing along the bottom created one of the first computers, calculators, and also helped beat code in the war for the Germans, or not for the Germans, for the British against the Germans, may I say. And then we've got Vivienne Westwood, a designer, and then someone with a love of sports, Serena Williams, and her love is tennis, and she's a massive world champion. So when it comes to thinking about your subject, outside of it, we can think of, you can learn about the Romans in class, what's it actually like to be there. You can learn about an artist's style, but what inspired them to create that style, and also learn about Shakespeare, but actually how would you act it out, because sometimes the words can be slightly different. So it's looking at that little bit extra around it. And we're going to be looking at projects that are mixed media, so pictures, photographs, film, video, stop motions, and docs and slides as well. So here's some examples of things that you could do. So we've got stop motion, just used with little blocks. You can turn yourself into a piece of art. As you can see, the Mona Lisa is morphing into my attempt at doing that on a tablet. But stop motion is dead easy. That was just literally blocks, a marker on my desk, and a camera. And then we've got projects like these videos. Oops, go back. There we go. So you can do little videos as well. There's a little app called InShot that you can make these on. And this is just things I do with my daughter. So we've got making bee bombs. We've got bath bombs in there. Looking at breakfast enchiladas, a bit of a cooking video. So this is something else we're going to look into as well. So these are the projects we're going to be doing in school. So there's going to be projects done in school on the Monday night after school in F70, which is my classroom, Miss Godwin. And then there's going to be projects which you can do at home. So here's an overview of what these projects are. So we've got 3 main projects we're going to do at home, and then 4 main projects we're going to do in school. So I'll take you through these step by step. Before we can do these and do them in school, we do need some help collecting things. So I am sending this out to staff as well. But if you've got anything over the holidays, like wrapping paper, plastic bottles, milk bottle tops, small boxes, kitchen wrapping paper, or rolls, like the inserts, cardboard inserts, and then the unwanted or old paint brushes, that would be very useful to the projects. So home projects. First one is a book tree. Now this went down really well with our current year 8 last year. We had some really good entries, so I thought we'd relaunch this for 7 and 8 as well this year. And it's basically using your book collection, any books, doesn't matter what they are, to create yourself a book tree and decorate it how you like. It'd be nice to have some themes going on as well. So if your favourite book is Harry Potter, could you do a Harry Potter theme tree? Then we're going to be looking at recreating famous scenes. Now here's an example with Jurassic Park, very, very awesome dinosaur film from my childhood. And then someone's tried to recreate it using a little Tigers car and a costume. But we're thinking of doing things for photographs. So here are examples of photographs that have been recreated from famous film scenes. And then also people actually doing dubs on things like TikTok and Instagram or just YouTube. And here's just some examples of what they've done. So where you can just do a very cheap, doesn't have to be particularly artistic, as you can see from the one that's just come up on the screen now. They're not even in costume, they're just recreating scenes. And then you've got some background dubbing there with a couple of others. So thinking about your favourite films or films you like watching, very famous scenes and recreating them as well. The Cube, now this is what I'm excited about. So this is another one to be done at home, but the idea is you can design these at home and then bring the designs into school so we can film them like a game show, and hopefully we'll get those filmed in the spring. So The Cube, if you've not watched it on television, is a game where you create small that look quite simple activities at times that have to be done in a certain time scale accurately in order to gain points. And there's also a board game which I'm going to get that we can actually play in the sessions as well. So this is where you design the games and then we're going to actually have a go at playing them, very limited equipment, and then try and film them almost like a TV show in school. So club projects, so these are the ones I'd like to do in school with you. First one is rockets in January. We're going to launch them on the 24th of January, and as you can see, these are made from plastic bottles. We're going to explore how rockets launch into the sky, how to make them faster, and then we're going to use something which you can see on the right hand side, and that's called a clinometer. Very, very basic piece of kit, but what that actually does is helps us actually work out who will have the highest rocket. So then we can sort of judge each other and see how we get on and see if our designs have made our rockets fly the highest. Then the end of January, beginning of February, we're going to be doing light up kilns. So kilns are quite apt for the area of Stoke-on-Trent. And we're going to be using bottles and papier-mâché to create kilns that will light up for a bit of history of Stoke. Then we can learn about why they're here, why they're important, and why a lot of the buildings are listed actually. It's quite good local history. Eco pots. Now this is an idea that came from a year 8 group on the PHSE day in the autumn. So I thought we could start looking on the 21st and 28th of February at making eco pots, and that is making plant pots out of plastic bottles. So here's some examples. So we've got ones that will hang with some wire, got quite a large one on the bottom right there. And then we've got ones with funny eyes. It's just making little plants and eco pots that we'd like to donate to local old people's homes to give them a bit of joy, and they can contain vegetables or flowers. Roll art. This went down quite well as well last year. So this was a project that was put together by Mr. Bevington. And it's where you can either create pieces of art using toilet rolls like this, so quite intricate ones, or just simply painting on them. I think these are great. It's just with the whole everything that happened last year with COVID and then the toilet roll, or lack of toilet roll in the community and all that kind of thing, I thought it was quite apt. But very, very easy resources to get hold of and then make a display. And these are going to get you golden tickets. So each project entered will get you 3 golden tickets. And then I'm going to pick one person from each submission to get a further golden tickets for homework and more. So there is going to be a club after school on Monday. It'd be good if you could sign up to it for next term with Miss Hazel, and absolutely everyone in year 7 and 8 can take part. So love your subject at Co-op Academy Stoke-on-Trent. I'm looking forward to having your submissions and seeing them all, and also having some of you at the group as well.